The origin of the zombies in The Walking Dead, the origin of this virus, the explanation of everything. There's so many years since the main show started, there's so many spin-offs and there's no explanation so far. But yes, we have enough information to suggest that we will finally see this explanation in Daryl's spin-off. The spin-off that shows the country where everything started, France. How it's gonna happen? I will explain everything here in If You Wanna Know, Let's Go. Hello everyone who watching this beautiful channel, my name is João Victor and I'm back to talk about The Walking Dead universe, but now especially about Daryl's spin-off, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, because we don't have The Ones Who Live anymore, and in this year 2024 we're gonna see in the summer the second season for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. There's a subtitle, The Book of Carol. So let's talk about it. Don't forget the like, don't forget to subscribe in my channel because I do the coverage of the entire universe. And let's go. Right after the end of The Ones Who Live, AMC dropped this new teaser for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon for the second season, where we're gonna see a very similar story because here we have Carol trying to find Daryl. I don't think the reunion will happen in the first episode like The Ones Who Live, but even if it happens in the middle of the season, this reunion will be very important. This is the show that AMC is most confident that will work. That's the first important points to talk about. Like in 2023 they filmed the first season back to back with the second season, and they confirmed the second season before the release of the first season, without knowing about the audience, without knowing if the fans would like it as much. And the same thing happened with the third season. Like in the moment I'm making this video, the season 2 hasn't been released yet, and the third season has already confirmed. Scott Gimple already confirmed it back in February. So they are putting a lot of faith in this, and it seems to have something special for the universe. And that's just the first point. Now I like to talk about The Walking Dead World Beyond, the spin-off that ended around 2021 in the second season. And the most important thing about this spin-off is this post-credit scene. The last scene of the show. It was confirmed to be like a prequel for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. It shows like a scientist. We don't know her name, but she's back to France and she's visiting this laboratory, trying to find some files. Actually, we can see Dr. Edwin Jenner from the first season of The Walking Dead. He's back in the videos that this lady was watching. And these videos came from the beginning of the apocalypse, when Jenner was alive, living in the CDC, and he was talking about the virus and the variants. But basically, it seems he shared a lot of videos to the other scientists around the world. We also can remember in the first season of The Walking Dead, he mentioned it that the French scientist was the last survivors. But back to the scene, we have some soldier, this guy with a gun, who showed up asking if she's one of the doctors, like doctors. And if you watch more, you can understand that there's some kind of teams of doctors, the Violet and the Primrose team. The guy asks if she's a Primrose doctor, but she answers no. She's from Violet team, and she says they were in Ohio when everything happened. Basically, when the apocalypse started, the scientists probably responsible for the virus, they weren't in the France. And we can understand this guy is from some kind of a group or community inside France, and he's hunting some scientists trying to kill someone. If you connect this guy with the first season of Daryl Dixon, if you watch it, you can understand he probably works from Jana, the villain of this show, the leader of this nationalist movement who runs France now, and she's trying to fight against hope because she can't believe in people who can fix this. She probably wants power. If you translate the name of the group is like Power of the Living. But yeah, back to this post-credit scene, there's a lot of more they talked about, but since they mentioned a lot about the beginning of the apocalypse, about the zombies, about the scientists, and since it was confirmed to be like a prequel for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, we can understand that in this show at some point we are going to see more about the scientists, this Primrose team, this Violet team. It wasn't in the first season. season. In the first season we can see about another super zombies, the variant zombies, but the variants that people makes this variant. So they are keeping these explanations about scientists and everything to explain in the second season or in the third season. There we go to the next very important points to make you understand about this explanation about the virus. The first season was based in this boy named Laurent, or you can say Laurent. Anyway, the story of the first season, the Daryl's mission, is based to catch this boy and deliver him to the headquarters of this group named the Union for Hope. These people who are some religious, they are trying to rebuild the world, but it's more about supernatural things. The first season didn't mention the scientific side. It makes you think this boy is just like a messiah for these people and nothing else. But what everyone forgets sometimes is about the second episode. The second episode shows some flashbacks of the moment that Laurent borns. And he was born after his mother turned into a zombie. And that's crazy because it made these people to believe he was a messiah, some kind of messiah. No one has tested whether his genetics might be different because he was born from a zombie. There's no scientist to test the blood of this boy, and I really think if some scientist shows up, if it happens, it will be very interesting to find out more about something can help to the cure and something they can understand about the origin of the zombie apocalypse. That's another very important thing. And I also have to say, when they filmed the second season back in 2023, Laurent was there and he was so important to Daryl and Carol. They protected him. And we have more. We have to talk about the main villain, the leader of this group called the Power of the Living. Yeah, in the first season there's an episode when she talks a little about the origin of the apocalypse. It happens in the episode 4 when she visits Paris in the Fallouz community trying to find Daryl. And there's a lady talking to Jana and she tells the Union for Hope is gonna win. And Jana answers, these people gives false hopes, like the people who started everything. Like the first time I watched it, I was thinking she knows something. In the first season there's no space to tell us more about her past. And look, in the second season there will be some space, some flashbacks about Jana. It was confirmed from the filming. If you don't know, they filmed for the second season some scenes in the Louvre Museum. They closed this place for like 3 times. The first one to show the present time when Jana and her soldiers were driving around the Louvre Museum. For some reasons they also filmed inside there with these soldiers from the Power of the Living. And the second time they filmed there was to show some scenes from the beginning of the apocalypse, some flashback scenes. You can see a lot of extras walking around. We have some friends there who confirmed to us there was a lot of extras, a lot of people using these umbrellas walking around, and there was some scenes in the right side. They filmed in this type of balcony there. You can see this guy pointing there. And people are saying this will address to us when everything started, when the virus started. Why this virus started? Probably someone from the scientists there, and probably Jana worked in this museum in the beginning of the apocalypse, back when the world was everything okay. And again, in the first season when she talks, you can understand that she knows something. She was there in France when everything started. And last but not least, we had back in December last year this post from this journal, this website, named in English it's like the Voice of the North. And you can see I translated the website. There's a section named Revelations. This post was supposed to inform people from France what happened in Portel, a location where they filmed some scenes, but in this section they posted, without wanting to delve into spoilers, season 2 should provide many answers concerning the origin of the virus Look at that, which was conceived in France. However, you have to continue watching this series, this show, to understand why Daryl finds himself so close to home at the portal. It also gives us a clue that Daryl will be back home in the end of the season. But the most important thing is this website from France delivered the information that the season 2 should provide many answers about the origin of the virus. If you've been watching this video so far, you've seen the amount of information that makes us believe this, makes us understand that there will be an explanation about the origin of the virus in the second season. And there's more, there's much more, and if you want to know, put in the comments and I will make another video. Don't forget to subscribe in the channel, don't forget to check the like, and I'll be back soon. Thank you for watching, bye!